Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. It's BMW Dr. Dean here. Today I'm just showing you guys that I have successfully changed the whole interior of the E61. As you lot can see, the whole interior has been changed completely. It was practically an easy and straightforward job from that nasty wood interior. Obviously I wasn't too caring about the wood, so I was just cracking it off by bit, as to be honest, it wasn't something I was planning to keep or sell. I don't believe it's the best interior at all. This is the nicest interior. As you can see, this is now looking like my E60. I did have the trim spare because I was meant to put this for my car. Well, I needed one part and I ended up buying the whole interior trim because it worked out cheaper. After that, I end up and it come in handy in the end, because I was planning to buy another E60, but obviously I was trying to look for one with this. It didn't come with it, but that's why it didn't bother me, because obviously, as you can see, I've replaced everything on the car. Like I say, I'm just going to tell you how to do it. So first off, to get this part off, you're just going to want to stick 2 screwdrivers behind it, here, and it starts coming forward. As it comes forward, you pull the next side out. Obviously you need to open the door to get that out, because as you see, it runs under the door. There's a little connection to this switch. This switch just pops out and you pull the wire out. Once this is fully out, there'll be 2 screws that hold in the heating controls, 2 Phillips screws, which are one here and one here in the top corner underneath this. You take that up, take them out. Then this fascia panel that covers the iDrive, you just pull it out. It's clipped in with little clips. They just pop out, but you've got to be careful, try and prise them out to go and get a flat plastic trim remover if possible, and put it down the side here and here and pop that out. Then after that's come out, you'll be able to get access to this part right here, as this iDrive fascia locks this part in. So then this is all free. This will just come out. This one's got circlips all around here, which are clipping at the bottom down here, and you have to be very careful, as I realized on the wood one they broke off and they were stuck in there before I clipped this one in, so I had to pull the clips out. Once that's out, on this side, you'll have access to the whole gearbox around here. Now, to get this part out, what you have to do is open the ashtray and make sure you take out the ashtray first, as you can see here. Then after that's out, what you need to do is there'll be 2 screws for the trim underneath the gearbox gator, which is on one of my other videos. You can clearly go and watch it, and it'll show you to remove this trim. There'll be 2 screws for this trim here. You need to remove the iDrive controller as well, or the iDrive controller knob, and once that's off, you'll be able to successfully remove the trim. Now, it ain't easy, because obviously you've got this button here on the armrest, as you can see, which has to be pulled in. This has to be lifted up from here because it's in with like very long pins. They need to be lifted up with screwdrivers. Now, after they've been lifted up with the screwdriver, you then need to pull the trim upwards, but make sure this button is pressed in at all times, otherwise it will get in the way while lifting the trim. Then the whole trim surround should come off. The next one is this one. Now, to get to this, you need to pop this headlight cover off, and when you pop this off, this comes off with 2 screwdrivers right here. If you just stick them underneath here, you'll be able to prise that off. Once that's prised off, you'll see 2 Phillips screws again right under corners here. As soon as this is off, you'll see them, and that one there, and then the whole surround again, that heat vent comes off. Now, the doors, that is a different total ball game. Each door card in turn has to come off. Drivers, as you can see, and passengers, both of them have 3 little screws, and on these trims you'll see they've got 3 little screws. The screws are sitting behind the door card. Do not try, like most people do, and try and pull these off. They do not come off by pulling, they only come off by screws. Now, once that's done, the door card's off, you'll see the 3 little screws. They come with a little bolt, and some of them come with a washer, and they just unscrew and then they pull off. The same for the rear. The rear is exactly the same. They've got 2, they actually have 2 screws, and they just come off as well. Door cards have to come off. I know it seems like a very difficult task, but it's actually not. I changed it all yesterday evening within less than an hour, and obviously I'm doing this video now to show you guys that it's all been done. And as you can tell, this is the 61. And now also I'm going to just show you quickly When I bought this car, as you guys will know on the iDrive, it had a fault for the airbag light. Now I'm just going to show you when I start the engine, you'll see now the airbag light will go off because I have now coded that out. It was a 9AFF fault code, and that was for the battery airbag blow off cable. Now as you can see, the airbag light's off, no fault. Now if we go into here and we go into service and we go into check faults, check control messages, as you can see now there is no faults, not air suspension. I have rectified the air suspension as well. It needed the ride height calibration, and that was the whole reason, because what I realized with these cars is, and a lot of people don't know with the E61, is that when you go to a garage and this car's lifted up on the ramps, any kind of wheel change, any kind of tire change, it has to go through the ride height calibration again, because there's a difference between the wheels and the way the suspension sits and how the wing sits around the wheel. So the ride height calibration has to be done, the ride height adjustment, for it to know where to sit. Now the suspension is sitting perfectly. I've got no faults. Air suspension pump is working. As you can see, airbag light stayed off, even with engine on, as I'll show you. It's still off with no faults. As you can see, the idle's really rough on this because there's not been a software update. Also, the PCV is completely shot. I found that out earlier. We end up revving the car. I revved the car up only to find it was chucking oil into my garage. It started smoking really badly and it spat out a load of oil, which to me, knowing BMW very well, the PCV is ruptured. It's letting oil into the intake manifold where it ain't returning it back to the sump. And it's blown the, in turn it's blown the valve cover gasket. So explains the whole reason of this car having an internal oil leak, because the oil, the guy did have the spark plugs changed, and they said that there was oil contamination on all of them, which only way oil contamination can contaminate the spark plugs is it being sucked through into the manifold, which in turn, well, the MAF will counter for it and end up letting more air and more fuel, hence why you're going to get black smoke, because it's trying to compensate for the lost fuel and the lost power. So when I get the pit, we're going to be doing a video on the PCV and the valve cover on this. I am taking it, the air filter is going to be completely dirty. I mean, the window wipers need changing. This car's, I'm probably going to upgrade everything to the M Sport bumpers on this as well. Headlights need restoring, which is a 10-minute job, which this will be another video I'm going to be doing for you. But all in all, it's working out quite good. Airbag lights off. Parking sensors have now been sorted. Yeah, so apart from that, the car's going actually really well, guys. I bought this cheap. The guy weren't no mechanic, so I wouldn't expect him to know much about it, but in total the car's ended up being quite a good car. Once the PCV sorted in the valve cover and I've drained that manifold from the oil, I reckon this car's going to be a lot better than what it was. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching all my videos. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and please pass on keep sharing my videos. This is BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.